Practice till you drop dead. When Jerry finds a dusty old piano in the attic of his new house, his parents offer to pay for lessons. At first, taking piano seems like a cool idea, but there's something creepy about Jerry's piano teacher, Dr. Shriek. Something really creepy. Something Jerry can't quite put his finger on. Then Jerry hears the stories. Terrifying stories about the students at Dr. Shriek's music school. Students who went in for a lesson and never came out. Hello, folks. Welcome back to our channel reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing the book Piano Lessons Can Be Murder from the original Goosebumps series, number 13. Now, I really enjoy the front cover. I think it's pretty simplistic, but quite efficient. You have those hands basically playing the piano, and there are no arms basically, so it's just floating hands and bare hands. And the background is has that reddish color, and the piano is a mix of colors. So you have some white contrasted with brown, and some reddish brown actually, and some darker brown. Now I think that the cover itself is a masterpiece in terms of horror, because even though it's pretty simple, it still establishes perfectly well the concept of this entire book. Perhaps even a little bit too much. Perhaps it even spoils a little bit. But that's pretty cool. I really love it. And the title, the way the title is given with that brownish color, is pretty cool as well. And the tagline reads, "Play it again, hands." So basically, the book is about that boy. His name is Jerry, and he moves into that new house with his parents, and he discovers an old piano in the attic. And basically, he decides to learn how to play, right? Play the piano. And so he goes to that school. Well, actually, at first, his parents hire a teacher, the kind of teacher who goes to people's houses. I forgot the name. I think tutors or something like this. This is how they called. Basically, he goes to his house, but then Jerry ends up going to his school. And this teacher's name is Shriek. Now, Dr. Shriek, funny name by the way, has that sort of weird obsession, fascination for Jerry's hands that is quite unsettling and quite disturbing, actually. So basically, Jerry is kind of forced to continue playing the piano because he keeps telling him that, he has a lot of talent, and the way he plays the piano with his hands is marvelous. His fingers are awesome. By the way, you probably caught the pun on quite put his finger on. Basically, fingers, piano. Anyhow, so basically he ends up going to that school, and the way the school is presented to us with very dark corridors and hallways and emptiness is so good, because there are a lot of descriptions in this book which are just perfectly made and awesome and enjoyable as heck, really. So basically, he ends up going to that school and he keeps playing the piano. But there's also something weird about the piano, because very late at night he will hear that very sad music that is being played on the piano, basically. And I don't want to reveal too much, so I'm not going to tell you what kind of story to expect from this book. But it's kind of there's some kind of there's some ghostly elements. That's all I would tell, because I don't want to spoil the book or give anything away. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So there are a lot of great elements, scary things about this book that I really enjoyed. I think that this book doesn't get a lot of attention. That's such a bummer, really. It's a shame, really. Like, this book is probably one of the scariest Goosebumps books. Really, I love the way it is set. It's set in winter, by the way, because you have some descriptions where, including snow, and the school where he goes is actually pretty creepy, too. So I think that the book itself is really good. I don't understand why not. more people talk about it because it's such a great read. I had so much fun reading it. I kid you not. And so yeah, I think that's pretty much it, really. And yeah, the final twist is kind of. I won't lie to you, I kind of forgot a little bit about it because I just read this book like a year ago. But I think that the twist was kind of weird in some way. I don't really remember much of it, but I think it was okay mostly. Also, I watched the TV episode because I like sometimes to, if I read a book and I enjoyed it, I would like to see what kind of adaptation has been made. And I think that the episode was pretty good. So this piano lesson can be murder. And I don't really know what more I can say about this book, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. Yeah, the obsession, Dr. Street's obsession with Jerry's hands is just, I would say macabre, bizarre, weird, and very creepy. Like, I don't know what exactly came to, like, what was the idea behind it, but it's just, it creeped me out, actually, and it would probably creep out, or maybe it did for those for the people who read it. It definitely creeped them out, I think, because it's such a creepy thing. Like that teacher is just weird. Like there's no way I would let if I had children and I decided to have them learn how to play the piano, basically take piano lessons, and I learned about that. I would probably fire the guy right away because that's so weird and creepy, and it's really not something that you should just overlook. It's not just something you should belittle in any kind of way because that's creepy. I mean, this is how I see it. But yeah, so Jerry's an okay character. And yeah, at night when the piano is played, there's some really creepy scenes. I think that one of the last scenes, which is actually the final night before the big climax and the final revelation, the final twist, is so freaking scary. I mean, if you read that book at night, you would definitely feel, very scared. And I'm probably sure that it would even make you, jump out of your seat whenever you hear any sound in the house, in the dark, and you'll be like, "What is this?" That book is so good. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but I really, really enjoyed it. I think that the entire concept behind Piano Lessons Can Be Murder is pretty good. It's kind of a mix of supernatural, haunted object, haunted item, and sort of folklore thing, and so some other stuff like that. Of course, I'm not going to say it on my review because I don't want to spoil the book. But as I mentioned already, sorry if I'm repeating myself a lot. But the final, when you get to the big discovery at the end of the book, I think it was okay. But I think the book itself is a masterpiece, and more people should talk about it definitely. And please, 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 if you haven't read the book, do not check out the British cover for this book. It totally ruins it. And by that, I don't mean that the picture is not good or anything. It's just it reveals the twist. Like in such a it's such a shame to have some covers, giving everything away. I don't understand why. The cover itself is pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I love the British cover, from an artistic point of view. But in terms of the story itself, when it comes to the story itself, it spoils everything. The British cover, not the American cover. The American cover kind of gives you the general idea behind the book. It may spoil a tiny bit, but not that much. I think you'll still have fun reading it. So if I were to give it a rating, I think I'd give it 8.5 out of 10, possibly even 9. I think I'd give it 9, man. It was such a great book. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. Did you like Piano Lessons Can Be Murder? Did you hate it? Is it your worst Goosebumps book? Is it your favorite Goosebumps book? Let me know in the comment section down below. I don't understand why, so many people speak about, books which are good. Like, of course, you have One Day at Horrorland, The Cuckoo Clock of Doom, what else? Attack of the Mutant, and other books like that. These books generally get a lot of attention because they're super iconic, like Night of the Living Dummy, The Haunted Mask, and that's good. But this book really deserves more attention, and I really would like to hear what you have to say about it, just in order to confirm that this book was great, or even on the contrary, like just prove me wrong. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, and I will respect that no matter what. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next review. This whole channel reviews for you. Signing off.